inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4.
Lions. Viking 18.
They'll run it again with Barkley. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, the Vikings sit 2-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Escape. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Barkley inside handoff. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
19 right. 18, pioneer.
Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. they'll go play action here with Stroud. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. And Stroud now to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
Now Stroud. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, it's Chubb to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Davis now to return it. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Cowboy 80. Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. The solid stiff arm. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Come on, come on.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Check, Panther. Ready.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. A handoff to Barkley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here we go, set.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Saquon Barkley, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
Here's a give to Barkley. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd down and 4. Well, now they'll try the end around. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try to mount a comeback.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down, so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Chubb will get the call running left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Let's go now. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's 2nd and 3. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, good move. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Complete to Quez Watkins. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll drop to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 124 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Ready.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Let's go now.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Let's go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Here we go. Here
They're
we go.
looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Go.
Again, it's Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Come on, come
The
on.
offense on 3rd down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. In motion right, that's Hardman. On 3rd down, Barkley shoves him away. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to throw now on first down. Addison hauls it in. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Stroud. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Stroud now on second down.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
146 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Here we go. Stop.
2nd down and 3.
Check.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Cup 19.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around. And this is going to be intercepted. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some strong running. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception.
interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Out of the gun now on third down. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That's a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a